Hey, it's Dave. Another day of projects, and today I am wrapping up a majority of the hardcore part of fiberglassing. Usually, what I do is I put down some shredded mat to build up strength. I do about 2 to 3 layers of that, and then after that, sometimes I'll put on just regular glass that's weaved for a smoother finish, but in this case it's coming out pretty good, so I don't think I need to do that. I'll have to do some prep work. This year, instead of buying these packages, these little Bondo packs right here, pretty small, they run me 10 bucks. I bought a ginormous monster roll off of Amazon. I think I paid 30 bucks for this, and it's about the size of a California king bed. So that being said, let's show you the project. The glass that I use, the resins, I like this stuff because it mixes it for you. So it's a 5-to-1 ratio. So what happens is I pump this 5 times, pump that 5 times, and based on the pump size, it automatically builds that quantity correctly for me, and then all I got to do is mix. If you get into this like me, you get smart, you start buying box of these on Amazon. I think I pay 15-20 bucks. If I go to Home Depot, these are about $3 a piece, so it's definitely cheaper. Same thing with my cups and stir sticks. I get all of these for like 20 bucks. It's definitely the way to go. So what we got going on here, we've got some fused parts, this area, these areas, and they're held together with glue and screws and stuff, but I like to also glass it. The reason why that I fiberglass things is because I don't like sharp edges. Normally when people are making these, traditionally, they'll do a piece of sheet metal with screws anchoring it. I don't like that because over time, as the kids climbing in and out, they'll bend up the edges and there'll be sharp edges to get cut on. So I really like the streamlined look of just fiberglassing everything. So right now it looks pretty ugly, but realistically it'll come out awesome. Anybody that's seen my work knows that I'm meticulous when it comes to the finish of these things. Again, all seams are fiberglassed, and then of course the whole sides will be fiberglassed when it's done. What I do is I leave this hanging here. I'll trim this off with a Dremel tool. I need to put a couple more layers right here. You can see this is just one layer. I'll trim this off. I'll put another layer on. I'll do like I did here. I'll sand the edges smooth. I'll put a layer of epoxy on there so that that edge doesn't want to peel up. And usually that works out pretty good. So anyway, that's where we're at today. So stay around my channel. It's kind of cool to watch the whole process of building this stuff. Actually, I got some pretty cool things this time around. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Actually, let me set this down for a second. Okay, it's a little crooked. These lights here, these are actually intended for, these lights are intended for remote control airplanes. I use them on these pedal planes quite a bit. They're about the thickness, of my airplane wing. And as you can see, they're cool. They got different strobe patterns. So anyway, the good part is you know, you get those put on there, they look pretty money. I do another thing here. These are my gauges, and the way that I do them is I'll 3D print the gauges for the instrument panel, and my buddy makes these for me, and saves me some hassles. But what I do is I make these stickers, and you can see it's shiny like that. And what that is it's an epoxy 2-inch sticker stuck on another sticker. My dream is, my goal is to basically have these stickers be like that from the get-go, but I personally right now have to make them. So the idea is you put them behind here like this, and when you're done, you're gonna get a pretty sick looking instrument panel. The other thing that comes in really handy, let me learn how to YouTube. Let me do this here. So bad. The other thing that comes in handy, again, Temu is really a great way to go, because if you spend a lot of time, this is a roll of carbon fiber sticker. I get this for about $7. It would cost me $25-30 for not even nearly as much if I go down to the auto parts store. I use that for my propellers or dashboards to make it look like it's carbon fiber. Another thing I do from Temu is I buy this padding. This padding comes in these big rolls. It's wide enough that I can use it for the interior of the airplane. So in this case, it'll probably be the seat. I'm still debating if I'm gonna do it this way or not. Now in the future, what will happen is I will make my 3D printed dashboard will be pre-made with everything, the sound effects and all of that. This was the first mock-up. It's about a 1/2 inch too shy. It also works nice as a template for tracing out when I'm going to do stuff. So that works pretty good. Another Temu thing's pretty cool. These pretty awesome lit switches. I like these for the electric versions for turning things on and off. That looks really cool, and for the money, can't beat it. This one I haven't even opened yet. This here is a speed controller. Now when you're operating a DC motor, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. You can do like programmable type things and stuff like that, but it can get kind of expensive. So sometimes what I do is I'll buy these speed controllers like this. This is like $17 on Temu. I use these off and on. The voltage range on this is insane. It's 12 to I think 56 volts or something like that, which you'll never use that. And basically it's got the heat sinks. You've got your, see if I can get it to focus. You know, you've got power and each DC motor. So in this case, you turn the motor on, it's a switch that's on and off. You can hear it click. And then it's like a potentiometer, so that's the speed. So one thing you can do is you can wire this up to where you're running all kinds of different things. Like me, see if I can do this. Ooh, this robot. So these motors here, these are hub motors, and they have encoders built into them. So if you have software type stuff, you can actually do things. But I like these because I can pick up these little hub motors. I can buy a hoverboard for $40 around here. It'll come with a 48 volt lithium battery and these motors, which normally run about $90 a piece. So I'm getting like $300 worth of separate parts for like $40. And then I'll put these in the landing gear and run a speed controller to run it. Okay, these, again, another Temu. I'm telling you guys, save money, use Temu. These are voltage meters, and they just run in line, and they're friggin' awesome. That'll tell you how much power is on deck at any given time, And it also shows the amperage. So you can see how many amps your motors are drawing and stuff while you're driving your little vehicles. They work out really handy. Okay. So that's the quick gist of it. Another thing I'm experimenting with, biometric controls. So basically, parent comes out, touches their thumb on the vehicle, starts it up, and it will not operate without mom and dad coming out turning it on. Some of this stuff is meant for safety features because my pedal planes do have the ability, if I wanted to, they could do like 20 miles an hour. Clearly, I don't want that. Kid's too small for that. Here's another tool. These are kind of beat up right now, but these are wheel pant covers that I was working on. So anyway, that's the gist of it. I'll keep posting as I roll.